How's it going, Patriot Josh?
Do you actually support Trump, or are you just saying that?
I don't support Trump, no.
So you are just saying that. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well,
You
first of
support
all,
Trump?
before you ask that question, I'm going to ask just before we kick it off, why don't you support Trump?
I could talk for like 20 minutes, tell you
Just
why. I think it would be
just
like
give just give me like a summarized like a
like a
10
sentence.
second, yeah, in 2 sentences, explain why you don't like Trump or support him.
I can tell you in like 2 words. He's selfish.
And how is he selfish?
He's selfish enough to violate the bodily autonomy of a woman. He's selfish enough to harm the economy for himself and his billionaire
Okay, in
buddies.
what
He's
ways is
selfish
he
enough to
doing
get us
this?
into a war, etc., etc.
Well, okay, so the Iran war wasn't really started by him, and the war on,
Literally was.
can I say terrorism? Can I say terrorism on here?
Sure.
Okay, because I know some lives are different. So, the war on terrorism has never been over. It never ended. The war on terrorism is actively being fought, and if you think otherwise, then I mean you're just absolutely crazy, because there's terrorism in America even. I mean, the amount of assassination attempts that have been. Did you know that Trump is the most is the president with the highest assassination attempts
That's
in the
false.
in the? Okay, name me one president. Name me one.
Obama.
Okay, where's the proof of this? Because
He had
we
12.
have we have Butler, Pennsylvania. We have the
Obama
RNC
has more.
rally that he was at. We
Obama has
have
more.
Obama has more. Really,
Obama has 12, yeah.
cite your source. Cite your
Are
source.
you
Give me a
denying
source,
that?
man. Give me a source, dude. You made a
I
positive
got
claim.
you.
I mean, I think it's hilarious that people actually think that Obama were, I mean, arguably second worst president in our, or no, third,
Top five. Trump's
third.
Trump's like top five worst.
Trump is top five.
For
How
the
do you
worst, yeah.
explain that?
Like sorry, not top, bottom. Um, Newsseek.com. Obama faced repeated threats. Why have many faded from memory? Obama has faced a dozen assassination incidents.
Okay. I mean, I wholesomely disagree, but
You can't disagree with facts.
yeah, well, facts are often made biased, so, or
You got
facts
death
can be
threats on the
biased.
campaign. You got death threats on the campaign trail. You got the bail bonds who liked guns, the Waffle House plot, the M fueled Denver convention plot, the Tennessee mass unaliving plot, the
I
Marine
mean,
who
I'm
plotted to
just gonna,
unalive Obama on inauguration day, the woman who planned to unalive the first family on vacation, the Irish Muslim who said he was too famous to unalive Obama, the White House drive-by, the anarchist militia plot, the Colorado man who wanted to unalive the unalive children and the president, the Triple K death ray plot, the man who put his threat to unalive the president on Craigslist, the actress who tried to unalive president with that drug, the veteran who jumped the White House fence, the man who threatened President Obama in a poem, Bangladeshi who planned holy war. Yeah.
okay, and
The
do
only
you
ones I
think
can
out
name
of
for Trump is going to be the
everything,
White House Correspondents' Dinner, Butler, two at his golf course, and then that's it.
okay,
So can you
and do
concede?
you think any of that is justified?
Never said it was.
Obama or Trump? No, I'm not saying you. I'm not saying you, or I'm not saying you thought that it's justified. I was asking you
It's not.
for for clarity.
It's
So you
not.
don't. Okay, so whether you disagree, because I mean, I was too young to even care about Obama and his presidency. I was probably out chasing girls and worried about my grades. So that's where I was in 2008. But yeah, still, do you? I mean, we can agree that that's just uncalled for, right?
Yeah, and 12 assassination attempts is uncalled for. Yeah,
I think any assassination attempts are uncalled for.
is 12 assassination attempts worse or
It
four
doesn't matter
assassination
the
attempts?
amount. It doesn't matter the amount
Now
of
the amount
times.
doesn't matter. Previously, you were saying Donald Trump is the most president who has had the most assassination attempts, but now the amount doesn't matter. Now that you figured out I was right, you were wrong. It says
Yeah,
in your
because
bio,
I'm man enough. Because I'm man enough to admit when I'm wrong.
sure, it says in your bio, 22, true patriot, MAGA, proud to be an American, Proverbs 3, 5, 6, RIP, Charlie Kirk. Let's talk about what your bio says, yeah?
I mean, if it has anything to do with the background, then sure, because that's why I'm up
Absolutely.
here.
Charlie Kirk, Trump, and the Bible have a lot to do with the background. Absolutely. What do you want to start with? You being a patriot, Charlie Kirk, Trump, or the Bible? Which one?
Um, I mean, I mostly came up here to talk about Trump and why you think
Sure,
he's
it says you're
bad.
a
So
patriot. You can't be a patriot and support Trump.
I'm sorry, that's false.
That's not false. What's a patriot? Well, I'll ask you this: does a patriot uphold and defend the Constitution?
Yeah.
Do
Wait. Let me guess.
patriots support
You're gonna
people who
go.
are anti-Constitution?
I knew exactly where you were gonna go with this. You were gonna say that if I support Trump, I can't be a patriot because patriots uphold the Constitution, and Trump is actively trying to defy and contradict and ignore the Constitution. But that's not true. After his 4 years, he's gone. He can't run again.
It's about what he
And
did. What
and
he did in his first term and what
there's
he's
not
done
a
so
single
far.
hold up. There's not a single press conference. There's not a single interview. There's not a single cited text on any given government website saying that he is actively gunning for a fourth term or a third term as president. Nothing is saying that.
He said it
Nobody
himself.
is trying to FDR. Nobody
He
is
said it
trying to
himself.
FDR this,
But the
bro.
claim wasn't about him like running for a third term. Like I can agree with you. He hasn't violated the 22nd Amendment yet. It wasn't a claim that I mean
He's not
more
going to
so the
violate it
claim
at
that the
all.
more so the claim that I would make right now is that he's violated and keep track. He's violated the First Amendment, Second Amendment, Fourth
How?
Amendment, Fifth Amendment,
How?
Sixth Amendment,
How?
10th Amendment,
How?
14th Amendment,
How?
possibly the
How?
22nd Amendment, and maybe the 25th Amendment. I'm not done.
How?
He's also violated the Appropriations Clause, the Declare War Clause, the Take Care Clause, and the Taxation Clause. Right? Which one do you want to
So,
talk about?
so you said war, right? And I'm
The
assuming
Declare
you're
War
talking
Clause.
about
Yeah,
Iran.
he's violated the Declare War Clause. Yes.
In what way?
Do you know what it is?
You said the what war clause?
The Declare War Clause.
Um, Grants Congress the exclusive power to declare war. This grants it ultimate authority
You're muffled.
to initiate. No, I'm just reading this to myself quietly.
Cool.
Formal conflicts to the legislative branch, and rather than the president. So yeah. So let me go back. What constitutes being at war? Let me just for my own shits and giggles, for my own gicks and shiggles, what constitutes being at? Let me let me just
Article 1, Section 4
let me
gives
just go. Let
Congress
me
the
just go there.
power.
What constitutes being at war?
Article 1, Section 8 gives Congress the power to declare war.
Yeah, I understand that, but that's not what I'm. That's not what I'm trying to get at.
If you're trying
Um,
to get at something, just get to your point. If he violated the election clause, would you support him?
If I found out that he violated the election clause, would I
Yeah.
still support him? How would he do that?
If he did, would you still support him?
How would he? Like in what way? Like you're gonna have to explain that.
Let's say he let's say he just tried to install himself as in a second term
Well,
when
he
he lost.
ran. He had a
He ran,
campaign.
lost, and said he won.
What?
He ran. Let's say hypothetically, he ran,
I don't
lost,
see.
and
I
then
don't
he
do
said he won.
hypotheticals. I do real time events. I don't do hypotheticals. I think they're a waste of time. Quite
Like to
frankly.
prove your logic, but let's just play roll the clip, man.
Irrespective of the indictment, I want the American people to know that I had no right to overturn the election. And then on that day, President Trump asked me to put him over the Constitution. But I chose the Constitution, and I always will. And I really do believe that anyone who puts himself over the Constitution should never be president of the United States. What the president maintained that day, and frankly has said over and over again over the last 2.5 years, is completely false. And it's contrary to what our Constitution and the laws of this country provide. I dismissed it out of hand, but sadly, the president was surrounded by a group of crackpot lawyers that kept telling him what his itching ears wanted. What I understood, my oath of the Constitution, ultimately, continued to demand that I choose him over.
That's former Vice President Mike Pence, a Republican, saying Donald Trump asked him to put him over the Constitution. Now you might be asking, how did he violate the election clause? Sure, he violated the election clause due to the fact that he sent fake electoral slates to 7 key swing states to try to get them to overturn the election without the consent of the governors or request of the governors. That's a violation of the elections clause. His own attorneys argued that yes, we did this, but he should have presidential immunity because he did it as a presidential act. So they admitted to doing this. So under your worldview as a patriot, you shouldn't support Trump because he's violated the Constitution. Don't hear it from me, a liberal. Hear it from Mike Pence, a Republican.
You know what I'm starting to gather and quite frankly understand here is that you, a opposition to Trump, will try to find any and all evidence, even if it's people just quite frankly talking out of their backsides, to make him look bad and to try to prove, in a sense, regurgitated, um, to prove that he is not fit for the presidency when he's been president before in 2016.
Joe Biden's
Quite
been
frankly,
president before, therefore Joe Biden is fit for president.
no, he's been vice president,
Joe Biden
but
has
he
been
didn't run.
president,
But he didn't run.
but in accordance with your view, if Joe Biden ran today, he would be a good president.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. Okay. Okay. How about I say this? You want to talk about election fraud? How about the governor race in California, where a
Steve Hilton
couple
won.
thousand, I want to say, election
Steve
ballots
Hilton, a
were
Republican
thrown
won.
out?
A Republican won.
Well, good. Good. I'm glad he won either way.
There's no election fraud in California.
Right.
What's the evidence? Or are you going to be like Donald Trump when a reporter asked him what's the evidence and then he crashed out and stepped on his mic as he was trying to leave and then blamed it on the rain?
I'm not one of those people that, quite frankly, crash out.
But Trump's a crash out, right?
Is he though? I mean, all the
Have
videos
you not seen
I
the
watch
video?
of him in the White House and talking with reporters. I mean, I have a video up right now of him speaking on canceling strikes on Iran. Um, he seems very calm, cool, collected, very, very. I mean, even talking to reporters.
Sure, let's watch this. Are you watching?
Sure, 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 sure. Give me your best.
Today's edition, Donald challenged him.
It was a dirty election. And it's
Whoa, what's happening?
That's my bad.
happening. The election was rigged. It was a dirty election. And it's happening again right now in California.
Presented
It's
evidence.
happening right now in California.
That's
Right
the
now,
mutual
let's
crash
look at
out.
what's
Where's
happening
the
in
evidence
California.
to that?
It's
The
4
Republicans are
days.
doing well in
In
California.
California, they're not. They're dropping fast because it's a rigged election. Let me tell you, it's 4 days, and they aren't even close to coming up with it. You know why they're doing that? Because they're cheating on the election.
Do you have evidence to support
All I have to do is look. All I have to do is look.
That's not
And
evidence.
I listen to people, and let's see what happens.
But sir, that's not evidence.
Do you think it's appropriate?
That's how they
that they
count the votes.
Do you think it's appropriate that they have an election and 5 days later they're nowhere close to picking
State
a
and
winner?
local officials acknowledge they are slow. They're urging.
No, they're crooked.
They're urging the
crooked.
votes to be counted quickly. That's how they vote
They're
in
crooked,
California.
just like you're crooked. Your press is crooked, and Meet the Press is crooked.
To be fair, I'm not crooked, but let's
Really? When you
continue.
play right into their hands,
Let's continue.
you're either crooked or you're stupid. Your elections are crooked.
That's hilarious.
And you're
I'm loving
crooked.
this.
And Meet the Press is crooked.
Mr.
I mean,
So
talk
is
about beating the
ABC
crap out of
and
that reporter,
CBS
bro.
And CNN.
Mr.
You're
President,
one-sided crooked network. So
Dude.
let's call it quits because I've had.
Man, I love my
Thank
president.
you, darling. Have a good time.
Mr. President, let's please. I traveled all the way to Wisconsin.
I've
I traveled I know. I
I've sat in
traveled
the rain
all the
with
way
you
to
for an hour.
Wisconsin.
On and off in the
Bro,
rain.
what is this
and I'm
trying to
giving you
prove,
enough
bro?
time.
What
You want to
is this
straighten out your
active
press because
Jeremiah?
you know what?
Mr.
A
What are you
President,
country
trying
can
to
never
prove,
be
bro?
great
traveled
with a dishonest.
What are you trying to prove?
traveled
So he
all the
crashed
way to
out once.
Wisconsin
So what?
before the
Like, what are you trying to prove?
The war in Iran.
What I'm trying to prove is that like he's obviously not presidential. He literally threw his mic on the ground and then proceeded to
Okay, your
to
point?
step on it.
So he didn't want to converse with the hag anymore. What? Like, what?
Okay, no.
What's
She
the
literally hold on. She literally said, "Do you have evidence? Do you think that's reason to crash out? Asking for evidence, is that reason to crash out?
Okay,
Yes or no?"
I highly doubt that. I really don't think talking sternly and to be quite frank,
He threw his mic on the floor.
irritated.
He threw his mic on the floor, stepped on it, and then left like a little
the man
crybaby
was
in the middle of an
irritated, bro.
interview.
Like,
He left.
I would be irritated in that interview, dude.
Oh yeah, you would be irritated because
I'd
you think
walk
there's
out of
election
that.
and you don't have any evidence. I bet if I ask
I'd
you right
walk
now,
out of
you'd
that
crash out.
irrit-
Hey, Patriot. What evidence do you have that there's election fraud? What evidence?
Let me find it. Might take me a minute, but I'm sure I could.
That's how
There's
a
something
non-crash out would respond. Not how Donald Trump did, saying, "Oh, you just
Well, I mean, he's
you
in
can
an
see it, you
interview
know it,"
with
and then
no
walks away.
Computer, like he's not even near a computer. Like, oh,
Point
how
is,
can
there
you
is
find
no
election
evidence for
fraud?
this claim.
Like,
It's still a crash out, though. Harris would have never done that. Just saying.
yeah. Well, she can't even figure out what ethnicity or race she was. So,
What's
and
race?
she lied when she
What's
said
race?
she came.
What's
she
race? What's
came
race?
from
What's race? What's race?
the color of your skin, white, black,
No, what is race? Like, how do we determine race?
Hispanic.
How do Hispanic? How do we determine race? Holy shit! You just said she doesn't know
Brown
what race
skin,
is.
black skin, white.
How do we determine race?
I just explained it.
No, you don't even know what race is.
White,
You're
black.
saying she doesn't know what race or ethnicity is, but you yourself don't
No,
know what
she-
race or ethnicity
Okay,
is.
okay. Clearly, you're not listening. I said she couldn't even figure out what race she was, not what race is. What
She's
race she
biracial.
was?
Are you stupid?
Oh, is she? Is
Yes. She's
is
biracial.
Kamala
Yes.
Harris? Is
Kamala.
Kamala Harris?
Kamala.
Whatever. Regurgitated.
Okay. Miss Harris or Madam Vice President, whichever one you prefer.
I'm gonna say her name. If you want to call me Josh, or Patriot, I don't.
Okay, if you don't say either A, Harris, Miss Harris, Madam Vice
Semantics, bro.
President, if you don't say any of those, I'm just gonna kick you for being disingenuous.
If you kick me for mispronouncing somebody's name, which doesn't even exist, call me Patriot for all you care.
Cool. I don't care. What's her name?
Biracial. Let's see what it says. Biracial.
Yes, she is
Kamala Harris
biracial.
biracial. Black and South Asian. Okay, that's all I needed to. All I
So she
needed to
does know
hear.
what her race is. You yourself, you don't know what race is.
Yeah, well, she called herself. She called. I think she called herself Indian in one of her interviews. Let me pull it up.
Yeah, she is.
She, bro,
Wait, hey, where's India? Where's India?
South
What continent?
Asian. Japan could constitute as being South Asian.
What
I
what
mean, come
what what
on,
continent is India in?
Eurasia. To be quite
Asia.
frank,
Eurasia isn't a continent.
Eurasia is
No.
the
How many continents are
collection of
there?
all the countries in
How many
Asia.
continents are there?
Russia is in Asia, dude.
How many continents are there?
It's been a while since I've done my world history, but like 72, 72 or 14.
72
14
continents?
continents. 14 continents. My bad.
Wow. No,
My
you're
fault.
right. It's
14.
72. No. You're right. It's 72.
Am I though?
No, I'm
Or
not
are
even
you just
trolling.
trying
It's
to make me look
72.
bad? Like you clearly have a fetish for making Trump look bad.
No, it's 72. There's
That's a
72
fetish.
continents.
There's 72 continents.
Yeah. 72 continents. Can you name them? Can you name the 72 continents?
Not off the top of my head.
Okay. Can you name 14?
Oh, oh wow! It does say 7 continents. Oh, so I was right.
You said 72, not 7.
Yeah, and then I corrected myself and said there were 7.
Then you said 14, and now you're saying 7 after looking it up. How do you go 72 from 14 to 7? Also, can you acknowledge now? You don't know what race is, right? You don't know what it is?
Sure.
Okay, so then why did you try to attack Harris, saying she didn't know what it is? And you said Hispanic is a race, by the way. You said that earlier. That's how I knew you don't know what race is, by the way. Also, because you said black, white. No, phenotypical characteristics, buddy. What are we doing? You know nothing. You were a beta chud.
That's rich coming from you. That's
Oh,
cute.
what a comeback!
That's
What are we in
cute.
school? What are we in fifth
That's cute
grade?
coming from
Yeah,
you.
your mom.
Oh, that's cute coming from you.
Yeah, your mom. Oh, you think I'm cute? Cute,
That's
cool.
funny.
You have
No,
to
that's
like take
funny.
me out first. I
I'm
know I'm
not
funny.
fruity,
Do you
bro.
think I should be a
I'm
comedian,
not a
right?
fruity pebble, bro.
You're not a fruity pebble? You're probably
I'm not a
closeted.
micropene fruity pebble, bro. Like, come on.
I at least know geography. True. What country is north of us?
Canada.
Country is name the two longest rivers in America.
Too long. Bro, what am I? I'm not a history teacher, bro.
Then why do you want
I'm not
undocumented
a
immigrants
geography
to know
teacher,
that?
bro.
Why do you want undocumented immigrants to know that?
To know what country they're coming to,
To know how many like what's the
assimilating
longest rivers in
into.
America? Hold on. So an American citizen doesn't know how many countries, how many rivers
Do
there are in
you?
America. What's the longest river? I do. But an undocumented immigrant has to know what it is. Wow, that's rich. Coming from you, a U.S. born citizen who wants to force other people to learn things you don't even know.
So, are you aware of the freight driver in, what was it, Florida? I think.
Am I aware of what?
Are you aware of the truck driver in Florida that killed a family of, let's say, 4? I want to say.
Sure, cool.
Think it was 4.
Yeah,
Dude was an illegal immigrant driving a
cool,
freight, killed a
cool.
family of 4 that was an American nationalized family.
Cool. Did he kill him because he was an undocumented immigrant?
Well, he couldn't read the road signs.
So yes or
So
no?
clearly, yes.
So he killed them because he himself was an undocumented immigrant.
No, because he was
Cool.
working a
There you go.
job in
That was the
America.
answer. So what's the relevance?
He was working a
White men
job
commit the
in
most violent crime
America.
in America. White men, are you white?
I am. I'm
Okay,
not
you're
sure
a violent
what that
rapist.
has to
Prove
do
me
with him.
wrong. You're a violent rapist.
Me
Yes.
personally.
Yes.
No, I'm not.
Oh, but you're white, and white
Okay,
men
that's a
commit the
stereotype.
most violent rape in America. You're
That's
white.
a stereotype.
Just
That what you
oh
do?
my God, we're learning.
Is that
We're
what you do? Is
fucking
that a
learning.
stereotype?
We're learning.
You just
We're
start stereotypes?
learning. Wow. So you can't generalize just because a few bad
Just because
apples
you raise your
do
voice doesn't make you
something.
smart, big boy. Doesn't make you smart, big
Just
boy.
yeah.
You
Shut up.
raise your voice doesn't
You
make.
probably think cracker is a slur. Just because a few bad apples do something bad doesn't mean you can generalize and say every single undocumented immigrant
Hey,
is this
Jeremy.
violent criminal who wants to kill
Jeremy.
people.
Question for you. Quite frankly,
What?
do you believe there's opposition in all things?
What?
You said I probably think cracker is a slur. What's the opposite
you?
of cracker?
Do you?
What's the opposite of a cracker? Is that the N word? Is that the N word?
Um,
The N
no, a
word that white
cracker
people
is
called
like
black people in that time period, and quite frankly, this time period,
quite frankly.
unfortunately, is there
Language.
a difference? Is there an opposition there? Is there a
Yes,
difference?
cracker isn't a slur. The N word is a slur.
Well, no, black people is what they, or cracker is what black people would call white people because of the whips
Who
that they
created
would
the term
crack.
cracker? White people did. White people
Because
created
of
the
the
term
people that would
cracker.
crack whips on the backs of their subjugates, the people
You're
below
stupid.
them.
You don't even know what race is. Why am I having this conversation with you?
I'm stupid.
Yes,
I'm
what's
stupid.
race?
You support Kamala Harris, bro.
Ah, what a pivot! What a pivot! What a pivot! Actually, no, I don't.
You
I
call
don't
me
support
you
him.
call me stupid,
Yeah.
and yet you voted for the vice
Fifi's hurt.
president who
You
did
fifis, your
nothing.
fifis are hurt.
Who did
Wow.
nothing as a vice president, quite frankly.
What's a vice president job? Quite frankly.
Not help the president get 1 million or so immigrants over into our country.
No,
She
be
helped
serious.
with
What's a
that,
vice president's
big
job?
bro.
Quite frankly.
You probably wouldn't
President's job
be
is to pass
surprised.
tie-breaking votes, right?
I'm sorry. You said
Is
what?
one of the vice president's jobs to pass tie-breaking votes in accordance with the Constitution? Yes or no?
I would assume so.
Then she did her job excellent. She passed the most tie-breaking votes in American history as a VP. Wow, she did amazing.
Really?
Yeah.
If okay, let me ask you this: if Harris is so star spangled awesome, and people are on their knees licking her clit, then why didn't she win?
You're
Why
weird.
didn't she win?
At
If
least you're
she's so
not. At
star
least
spangled awesome, and she's so great, and she's so amazing, and she's so much better than Trump, because do you know what the number one answer I get from Harris voters are of why they voted for her? You know what the number one answer I get? She's not Trump. That's the number one answer that I get. Not people get, but I, me, Patriot Josh, 221776. That's the number one answer I get.
for
Is
what?
she's not Trump. Not because of all the great things that she did, not because of all the success that she had as vice president or governor of California or anything like that. No, no, no. Because she's
She
not
was
Trump.
never governor.
Yeah, okay. Clearly, you you clearly must not know anything about the
Do you want to
woman,
bet she was a governor? Do you want to bet?
if I can
I'll
even,
make the claim she wasn't. How much
Carl,
do you want to bet?
Carl,
Do you
Carl
want to
Harris.
make a bet?
You had Michael Obama, and then you had Carl Harris. Perfect. I love it.
Do you want to make a bet that Harris
Hilarious.
was not
I don't make bets.
governor?
My dad taught me since I was a kid not to gamble. So
I can see why he knew you'd be stupid.
no, because gambling at the end of the day does absolutely more harm than good and doesn't bring anything lucrative to you.
Because you're stupid.
No, that
Yeah,
has
I
nothing
think
to do
Harris
with
was
it.
better, but
Okay,
I think it's justified for like people to vote for Harris just because she's not Trump. Because like at the end of the day, it's a lesser of two evils. I would prefer like a third party candidate. I'm not the biggest fan of
you
Harris.
consider. Wait. Did I just hear that right? You think that Harris, camel toe hairy ass, camel toe hairy ass, is
Say her name right, or
better
I
than
kick you,
Trump?
dude.
Better than Trump.
Say Madam Vice President, or I kick you. You have 5 seconds.
I'm not gonna coddle to you, bro. You might as well just drop me. You should have just dropped me
You're gonna run
five
away. You're
seconds
gonna be
ago.
seen as a beta cuck. You're gonna be
50
seen as a
seconds
beta cuck
ago.
in 5 seconds. You got 5 seconds, or you're a beta cuck.
I'm not coddling and
Last try.
I'm not bending the knee to you.
And you're a beta cock.